Pop quiz, nerds. What's this? I told you to put the words on the board. I'm sorry, hold on 1 minute. What's up, travelers? I'm William, and welcome to the ramblings of a madman. I'm deciding I'm not gonna wait to be perfect. I'm not gonna wait to get the right camera, the right lights, figure out exactly what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start going, and I'm gonna start having fun with what I do. Yes. And what I like to do is talk about Verdaria. Verdaria is a place I've been building. It's a world inside my head I've been designing for the past decade or so. I have a lot of characters associated with this world. Quill, Perla, Ficata, Shay, and Oliva are my main 5 characters in this world. In their story. This world extends way beyond those 5 characters, but mainly I'm working on these 5 characters' story at the moment. So what is Verdaria, you may ask? Well, I'm here to tell you, even if you did not ask, which I'm sure you didn't. How on earth do I spell the word ancient? The world of Verdaria was created by ancients, or gods essentially. Karnar the Rotten, Florinax, Nocturial, and 3 more I've yet to name, each created a race relating to who they were. Karnar the Rotten created the Mikitas, which is a 4-armed mushroom race that believes death is the ultimate form of worship. Florinax created the Macaw, which is a race of shapeshifters. They don't have an actual true form, but they constantly change based off emotion. Nocturial created the Verdaria, which are a nocturnal race of warriors with horns and tails. The Larun are a mind-reading race of satyr-like creatures with horns and hind legs bent like goats. The Simic are an aquatic, shape-shifting half race. On land, they're half human, and in the water, they're half fish. They also live inside of a giant fish. The humans are us, and they're basically super empaths, and they're really good with nature and plants. Each of the ancients gave the races an item called a lacrima, which was a piece pulled out from themselves. Karnar the Rotten gave the Mikitas the mother spore, which is a large entity, organic, pulsating spore, basically. That's how that race reproduces. They reproduce asexually through the mother spore. Kind of like Pikmin. Florinax gave the Macaw an ever-changing flower that helps with their shifting and changing. Nocturial gave the Verdaria a fragment of a star because they look up to the sky all the time and believe that his eye is the moon. The Larun, who are history keepers, have the whispering threads, which is the hair of their ancient. The Simic were given a scale from their ancient that allows them to shift into fish versus not. And the humans were given a crown of bones grafted out of their ancient skeleton. He's still alive, don't worry. The ancients don't really interact with the races for the most part. They exist, but they're kind of omnipotent, spatial, heebie-jeebie, who knows where characters, right? They're a giant god. Karnar the Rotten is a gigantic centipede creature. Nocturial is a giant serpent, and the Simic actually live inside of their ancient. He's a gigantic fish. And the 6 tribes lived in harmony until the Fire Nation attacked. Avatar reference. It wasn't the Fire Nation, and it's actually kind of funny because it was the Mikitas. And the Mikitas are plant people, and if they touch fire, they die. The Mikitas, who worship Karnar the Rotten, treat life from the mother spore as a funeral, and they treat death as a celebration. And they decided, well, if that's how it works for us, that's supposed to be how it is for everyone. So they decided to kill everyone else in honor of their god. Or ancient, is what the actual term is. The Mikitas came over here and killed the princess to the humans. Not the prince, the queen. Which caused chaos between all the tribes, obviously. And since the queen, Fallon, was dead from the human side, there's no one left to hold the crown of bones. So which of the 5 remaining tribes gets access to the lacrima of the crown of bones? Obviously, each tribe thought they should get it themselves. They each thought they should have the crown of bones because each lacrima have a different kind of power. And it's kind of what supplies life to that race. So the human kingdoms falls and everyone kind of rallies for it. The only kind of good people here are the Larun, who Queen Telta was best friends with Queen Fallon, who died. So Queen Telta takes the crown of bones into her custody. But turns out somewhere way up in the side in a little town called Mudmouth was the last remaining prince. Fallon's husband, Torch, who's not royalty, left with her son and escaped to a little mountain village called Mudmouth that he established to keep him safe from the war. After the fall of the Blue Land Kingdom, which the royalty in this world for the humans are the Blue Lamp bloodline. So Shay, which is Fallon's son, is Blue Lamp, Torch is her husband. He is not Blue Lamp. Torch escapes into a mountain village, which he names Mudmouth, and raises Shay as a blacksmith, who knows about his royal heritage, but doesn't want to get involved with a giant mass murder cult. Understandably. But as the story goes, Shay has to leave his village eventually and get involved with his mother's war. And as in every story, there's a point of no going back. Another Avatar reference! That's a brief introduction into the world of Verdaria, and also a brief summary of kind of what the story is about that I'm working on. And here's my list of main characters. Shay Blue Lamp, the lonely prince, who is slowly turning the stone after every physical touch. Takata, the shapeshifter, and the childhood friend of Shay, who no longer remember Shay. Oliva, an armless... I dented the board, oh no. I dented it again. We have Oliva, who is an armless Verdaria warrior who attaches to Shay early on. We have Quill, who's a charismatic bard kind of character who likes to smoke mushrooms and get high. And we have Perla, who's the princess of the Mikotas, who is also capable of producing the mushroom that Quill likes to smoke. And yes, I do incorporate that in the story. So this has been the introduction to my crazy world of Verdaria. I hope you guys like what you see, and there's a lot more crazy rambling to come along. So if this is all interesting to you, make sure to follow. I really appreciate if you guys supported me in my crazy world. I'll see you next time. Travel safe.